Hello students, today you will summarize the chapter 5, that is mole concept and stoichiometry. In this chapter, Gay-Lussac's law, Avogadro law, calculation of percentage, composition of molecules or compounds, determination of empirical formula, molecular formula, and calculation based on stoichiometric, means calculation based on chemical reactions are already described. In this video lecture, you will summarize in very short all parts of this lesson. Some important topics related to this lesson, mole concept and stoichiometry, are as follows. Number 1, AMU. AMU means atomic mass unit. This unit is used to express the mass of atom or molecular mass of chemical substance. For example, atomic mass of hydrogen is 1.008 AMU. AMU is used as unit of atomic mass or molecular mass. For example, molecular mass of hydrogen molecule is 2.016 AMU. AMU is used to express atomic mass or molecular mass of chemical substance, and it is defined as 1/12 of the actual mass of one atom of C12 isotope, and the actual mass of one atom of any substance can be calculated with the help of this formula. Mass of one atom equal to atomic mass divided by Avogadro number. Here Na represents Avogadro number and its value is equal to 6.022 into 10 power 23. This is the value of Avogadro number. It is also known as Avogadro's constant. Mass of any of the atom means actual mass of any of the atom can be calculated with the help of atomic mass of that element divided by Avogadro number. For example, atomic mass of carbon is 12. Atomic mass of carbon is 12. In other words, its gram atomic mass is 12 gram. Then what is the actual mass of one atom of carbon? 12 divided by Avogadro number. If we divide atomic mass, gram atomic mass of carbon 12 by this number, Avogadro number, we get the actual mass of one atom of carbon. With the help of this value, you can find the value of 1 AMU in gram. And how will you find it? 1 AMU equal to 1 by 12 multiplied by actual mass of one atom of carbon, means 1 by 12 multiplied by 12 divided by 6.023 into 10 power 23. It means the value of 1 AMU in gram is equal to 1/12 multiplied by 12 by 6.022 into 10 power 23. This is the value of 1 AMU in gram, and it comes equal to 1.66 into 10 power minus 24 gram. Now, in some papers, this question is very important and it is asked as calculate the value of 1 AMU in gram. If this question is asked, calculate the value of 1 AMU in gram. First of all, find the actual mass of 1 atom of carbon, and it is equal to 12 by Avogadro number. This is the actual mass of 1 atom of carbon, and 1 AMU is equal to this, makes 1 by 12 multiplied by actual mass of 1 atom of carbon, which gives the value of 1 AMU in gram, which is equal to 1.66 into 10 power minus 24 gram. The next important thing is mass of one molecule. This equation is used to calculate mass of one molecule. Mass of one molecule of any substance is equal to molecular mass by Avogadro number. Mass of one molecule equal to molecular mass by Avogadro number. Molecular mass, or you can say gram molecular mass. For example, mass of one molecule of oxygen. How do you find the mass of one molecule of oxygen? Mass of one molecule of oxygen equal to molecular mass of oxygen. Molecular mass of oxygen is 32. It is gram molecular mass of oxygen, 32 gram, divided by Avogadro number, means 6.022 into 10 power 23. This gives the value of one molecule of oxygen molecule, mass of one molecule of O2. Mass of one molecule of H2, molecular mass of H2 is 2.016 divided by Avogadro number. It gives mass of one molecule of hydrogen. Similarly, mass of one molecule of water, mass of one molecule of H2O. Molecular mass of H2O is 80 divided by Avogadro number gives mass of one molecule of H2O. Mass of one molecule of methane, mass of one molecule of methane equal to gram molecular mass of methane, 12 plus 4, that is 16. 16 divided by Avogadro number gives the mass of one molecule of methane. Mass of one molecule of ammonia, gram molecular mass of ammonia is 14 plus 3 gives 17. 17 divided by Avogadro number gives the mass of one molecule of ammonia. Next, mass of moles of an element. Moles of an element equal to mass of the element divided by atomic mass. For example, moles of find the number of moles of chlorine, number of moles of nitrogen in 28 grams of it. find the number of moles of nitrogen in 28 grams of it. What is the mass of nitrogen? 28 gram. Nitrogen is element. Its molecular form is written as N2 and its atomic form is N. So moles of an element equal to mass of the element divided by atomic mass. What is atomic mass of nitrogen? 14. What is mass of nitrogen? 28. So number of moles of nitrogen equal to 28 divided by 14. This is equal to 2 moles. Means 2 moles of nitrogen present in 28 grams of it. Number of moles of compound. Number of moles of compound equal to mass of the compound by molecular mass. For example, calculate the number of moles in 44 grams of CO2. CO2 is a compound. Moles of the compound equal to mass of the compound by molecular mass. So what is number of moles of CO2 in 44 grams of CO2? Mass of CO2 is 44 and molecular mass of CO2 is also 44. That is 1 mole. Number of moles of CO2 in 44 grams of CO2 is 1 mole. If the mass is changed, number of moles is also changed. Next, number of molecules. Number of molecules equal to number of moles into Avogadro number. Number of molecules equal to number of moles into Avogadro number. For example, calculate the number of molecules present in 180 grams of water. Calculate the number of molecules present in 180 grams of water. So first of all, find the number of moles of water. What is number of moles of water? Number of moles of H2O in 180 grams of it is equal to mass by molecular mass 180 divided by 80. This is equal to 10 moles of H2O present in 180 grams of it. So how do you find the number of molecules in 10 moles? So number of molecules, therefore number of molecules of H2O in 180 grams of it is equal to 10 multiplied by Avogadro number 6.022 into 10 power 23. This comes equal to 6.022 into 10 power 24 molecules. These are the number of molecules present in number of water molecules present in 180 grams of water. With the help of number of molecules, you can find the number of atoms present in 180 grams of water. In case of water, one molecule of water contains three atoms, one atom of oxygen and two atom of hydrogen. There are three atoms in one molecule of water. So how many atoms are present in this number of molecules of water? This number means 6.022 into 10 power 24 multiplied by 3 gives the number of atoms present in 180 grams of water. Just like this, you can find the number of atoms, number of molecules, also the number of electron, proton, neutron present in certain mass of any substance. For example, in case of H2O, how many electrons are present in one molecule of it? If one molecule contains how many electrons? 2 electrons in hydrogen and 8 electrons in oxygen, total 10 electrons. Total 10 electrons present in H2O molecule. Then, if you find the number of electrons present in 180 grams of H2O, so number of molecules of water present in 180 grams of it is this much. This number multiplied by 10. This number multiplied by 10 gives the total number of electrons present in 180 grams of water. Next, number of molecules, it is already discussed. Avogadro number is also already known. It is 6.022 into 10 power 23. Now, the next formula is molar volume. Molar volume of any gaseous substance can be calculated with the help of this formula. Means molar volume of a substance equal to gram molecular mass divided by mass of 1 liter of gas at STP. Mass of 1 liter of gas at STP and gram molecular mass of the gas gives the molar volume of a gaseous substance. For example, in case of hydrogen and oxygen, hydrogen means H2. Mole concept gives an idea about the molar volume of the gaseous substance. 1 mole of any gas occupy 22.4 liter at STP. 1 mole of any gas occupy 22.4 liter at STP. And mass of 1 mole of any substance gives its molecular mass. It means 22.4 liter of hydrogen or oxygen or carbon dioxide or methane or ammonia or sulfur dioxide, any of the gas, bears how many mass? Equal to its molecular mass. Means 22.4 liter is equal to 2.016 grams of H2. 22.4 liter H2 means 2.016 grams of H2 at STP. Then what is the mass of 1 liter of H2? 1 liter of H2 at STP means 2.016 divided by 22.4. It gives 0.01 liter. 0.01 liter at STP. Means mass of 1 liter of hydrogen, mass of 1 liter of hydrogen at STP, mass of 1 liter of hydrogen at STP 0.09 gram. 0.09 gram. This is the mass of 1 liter of hydrogen at STP. Then what is molar volume of hydrogen? Therefore, molar volume of hydrogen is equal to gram molecular mass. Gram molecular mass of hydrogen 2.016 divided by mass of 1 liter of hydrogen at STP. This is equal to 0.09, which gives 22.4 liter at STP. So the mass of molar volume of hydrogen is 22.4 liter. Similarly, you can find the molar volume of oxygen, nitrogen, any of the gaseous substance. First of all, calculate mass of 1 liter of that particular gas. And how you find the mass of 1 liter of particular gas at STP? Molecular mass divided by 22.4 liter, because 22.4 liter is equal to mass of 22.4 liter of any gaseous substance gives gram molecular mass. So the mass of 1 liter gives gram molecular mass by 22.4 liter. This value divided from gram molecular mass gives molar volume of the gas. Next, number of moles. How do you find the number of moles of any substance, gaseous substance? Number of moles of other substances except gaseous substance is already calculated. In case of gaseous substance, number of moles equal to given volume given at STP by molar volume. Volume given at STP by molar volume, that is 22.4 liter. Liter is also called decimeter cube, or 22.4 liter or 22.4 decimeter cube. Given volume at STP. For example, calculate the number of moles of CO2, number of moles of CO2 in 44.8 liter of it at STP. It means volume of carbon dioxide at STP is given, that is 44.8 liter. Then how many moles are present in this volume? So number of moles of CO2 equal to given volume at STP 44.8 divided by 22.4. This gives 2 mole. This is the calculation of moles of any gaseous substance from its given volume at STP. The next question is vapor density. Calculation of vapor density. Vapor density is equal to mass of certain volume of gas at STP divided by mass of the same volume of hydrogen at STP. This can be explained with the help of some numerical problems. For example, Question: 1.75 gram, 1.75 gram of a gas occupy a volume of 600 ml at STP. Calculate the vapor density. Calculate the vapor density. Calculate the vapor density of the gas. Vapor density and molecular mass. Molecular mass of the gas. Given 1 liter of hydrogen weighs is 0.09 gram at STP. In this question, mass of 1 liter of hydrogen gas at STP is given. Mass of the same volume of hydrogen at STP. Since the mass of 1 liter of hydrogen at STP is given, which is equal to 0.09 gram. So, how you find the vapor density and molecular mass of this gas? First of all, you have to calculate the mass of certain volume of the gas, means mass of 1 liter of the gas, mass of 1 liter of the gas at STP. In this question, mass of 600 ml of the gas is 1.75 gram. So first of all, convert this value in liter. So how will you solve it? Solution: 600 ml equal to 0.6 liter. Mass of 6 liter, mass of 0.6 liter of gas is equal to 1.75 gram. Then what is the mass of 1 liter of gas? Therefore, mass of 1 liter of gas, because mass of 1 liter of hydrogen is given. So, calculate mass of 1 liter of the given gas. 1 liter of gas equal to 0.6 liter. Mass is this much. So, mass of 1 liter of the gas is 1.75 divided by 0.6 multiplied by 1, which comes equal to 2.92 gram. 2.92 gram. This is the mass of 1 liter of gas at STP. And mass of 1 liter of hydrogen is already given. Put these values in this equation. Means vapor density of the gas is equal to vapor density equal to mass of the certain volume of gas, means mass of 1 liter of the given gas, 2.92 gram, and mass of 1 liter of gas, hydrogen gas, 0.09 gram. This gives 32.44. is the vapor density of this gas. Now, molecular mass of the gas. Molecular mass equal to 2 into vapor density. So molecular mass equal to 2 into vapor density. This is 2 into 32.44 gives 64.88. This is the molecular mass of the gas. Next question, just like this. (0.75 gram). Next question, 0.75 grams of a gas occupy a volume. Gram of a gas occupy volume of 235 ml. 235 ml at STP. Calculate vapor density and molecular mass of the gas. Calculate vapor density and molecular mass of the gas given 100 ml of hydrogen at STP. 100 ml of H2 at STP with 0.009 gram. 0.009 gram. In this question, mass of 100 ml of hydrogen gas at STP is given. So you must calculate mass of 100 ml of this gas at STP, because course formula says that mass of certain volume of the gas at STP divided by mass of the same volume of hydrogen at STP. Since mass of 100 ml of hydrogen at STP is given, so you must calculate mass of 100 ml of the given gas. So how will you calculate the mass of 100 ml of this gas? Mass of 235 ml of hydrogen gas is 0.75 gram. Since mass of 235 ml of the gas is equal to 0.75 gram. Therefore, mass of 1 ml of the gas equal to 0.75 divided by 235 gram, and mass of 100 ml of the gas is equal to 0.75 divided by 235 multiplied by 100, and this comes equal to 0.32 gram. 0.32 gram. This is the mass of 100 ml of the gas, and mass of 100 ml of hydrogen is already given. So how will you find the vapor density? 0.32 divided by 0.009. 0.32 divided by 0.009 gives the vapor density of this gas. 0.32 divided by 0.009, which gives 35.5. 35.5. This is the vapor density of the gas 35.5. Then molecular mass 2 into vapor density 2 into 35.5 gives 71. 71 is the molecular mass of the gas. This is all about some important points of this lesson, mole concept and stoichiometry. Now, some additional topic which is very helpful in calculating volume of gaseous reactant or gaseous products and identifying the limiting reagent in a chemical equation. These topics are first Gay-Lussac law, Gay-Lussac's law, and Avogadro's law. These two laws is very helpful in calculating volume of gaseous reactant and product, masses of gaseous reactant and product, number of molecules, number of moles, etc. Gay-Lussac law states that when two or more gases react together, for example, hydrogen gas and chlorine gas, these two gases react together. They react means their volume bears simple whole number ratio, means they react in simple whole number ratio with respect to their volume. If the product is formed is also a gas, HCl gas, this is gas. This law states that when two gases react together, their volume bears simple whole number ratio with one another and to the volume of the products, if product is also a gas. It means if one volume, according to this equation, one volume of hydrogen react with one volume of chlorine gives two volume of HCl gas. 1:1:2 means these two gases react in the ratio 1:1 and product is formed in the ratio 1:2. These are simple whole number ratios. This is the statement of Gay-Lussac law. It means formation of product, volume of product depends on the volume of reactants taking part in chemical reaction. It means if 1 liter of hydrogen is taken, it reacts with 1 liter of chlorine and gives 2 liter of HCl gas. If 1 ml of hydrogen is taken, it reacts with 1 ml of chlorine, gives 2 ml of hydrogen chloride gas. However, if the volume of these gases are not identical, according to equation, one volume requires one volume, means one volume of hydrogen requires one volume of chlorine, one volume of chlorine requires one volume of hydrogen. It means 1 liter of chlorine requires 1 liter of hydrogen, 1 liter hydrogen requires 1 liter chlorine. If their volumes are different, suppose if 10 liters of hydrogen is taken, 20 liter hydrogen is taken, 30 liter hydrogen is taken, 100 liters of hydrogen is taken as a reactant. But chlorine is taken only 5 ml. or 5 liter. Suppose chlorine is taken only 5 liter. In each case, 5 liter, 5 liter, 5 liter. According to this equation, one volume of chlorine reacts with one volume of hydrogen, or one volume of hydrogen reacts with one volume of chlorine. So 10 volume means 10 liter of hydrogen reacts only with 5 liters of chlorine. It means 5 liter chlorine reacts with 5 liters of hydrogen, and 5 liter of hydrogen remains unreacted in this case. Then complete consumption of chlorine occurs in this condition. In this case, chlorine is the reactant which is completely consumed. In this case, chlorine is known as limiting reagent. Chlorine is known as limiting reagent in this case. It means a reactant which is completely consumed in the chemical reaction is known as limiting reagent. And the product formation means formation of product depends on the volume of the limiting reagent. It means in this case, one volume of chlorine gives 2 volume of HCl. It means 5 liter of chlorine gives 10 liters of HCl. 5 liter of chlorine gives 10 liter of HCl. If we consider relationship between hydrogen and HCl, one volume of hydrogen gives 2 volume of HCl. It means 10 liter of hydrogen gives 20 liter of HCl, which is wrong. Because in this case, chlorine is the limiting reagent. Formation of HCl depends on the volume of chlorine and does not depend on the volume of hydrogen. In all these cases, only 10 liter of HCl gas is produced as a product, and 5 liter hydrogen remains unreacted in first case, 15 liter in second case, and just like 30 minus 5, 100 minus 5 liters of hydrogen remains unreacted in this case. This is the limiting reagent and role of limiting reagent. If we take 5 liter of chlorine but hydrogen only 2 liter, then formation of product depends on the volume of hydrogen. In this case, hydrogen acts as a limiting reagent. It means 2 liters of hydrogen react with only 2 liters of chlorine, and 3 liters of chlorine remains unreacted. In all the cases, 3 liter chlorine remains unreacted, and HCl only 4 liter of HCl gas is produced in this case. In all these cases, because hydrogen acts as a limiting reagent which controls the formation of product. So this is about Gay-Lussac's law and its application in calculating volume of gaseous reactants and products. Once again, I repeat the statement of Gay-Lussac law. Gay-Lussac law states that when 2 or more gases react together, their volume bears simple whole number ratio with one another and to the volume of product if they are also gaseous, provided all the volumes are taken at same conditions of temperature and pressure. Means conditions of temperature and pressure remains same during the experiment or during the calculation of volume of gaseous reactants and products. Next one is the Avogadro law. Avogadro law states that same volume of all the gases, contains same number of molecules. This is the statement of Avogadro law. Same volume of all the gases contain same number of molecules. In other words, same number of molecules of all the gases occupy same volume at STP. For example, if we take different gaseous substances like hydrogen gas, chlorine gas, nitrogen gas, ammonia gas, carbon dioxide gas, methane gas, sulfur dioxide gas, etc. These are the gaseous substances. And condition is STP. STP means standard temperature and pressure. Temperature 273.15 Kelvin. This is the standard temperature, and pressure 760 mm Sg or 1 atm. 1 atm pressure is standard pressure. 273.15 Kelvin is standard temperature. This is called STP. At STP, 1 mole of any gas occupy how many liters? 22.4 liters. According to the statement of Avogadro law, 22.4 liter of each gas, 22.4 liter, 22.4 liter, 22.4 liter, 22.4 liter, 22.4 liter, and 22.4 liter of each gas, any other gas, contains how many molecules? Same number of molecules, and this number is 6.023 into 0.6.022 into 10 power 23 molecules. Means at STP, 22.4 liter of hydrogen gas contains Avogadro number of hydrogen molecules. Similarly, 22.4 liter of chlorine gas contains Avogadro number of chlorine molecules at STP. 22.4 liter of nitrogen gas contains Avogadro number of nitrogen molecules at STP. 22.4 liter ammonia gas contains Avogadro number of ammonia molecules at STP. 22.4 liter carbon dioxide contains Avogadro number of CO2 molecule at STP. 22.4 liter of methane contains Avogadro number of methane molecules at STP, and 22.4 liter of SO2 gas contains Avogadro number of molecules at STP. In other words, Avogadro number of molecules of hydrogen occupy 22.4 liter at STP. Avogadro number of chlorine molecule occupy 22.4 liter at STP. Avogadro number of nitrogen molecule occupy 22.4 liter at STP, and so on. However, molecular masses of these gases are different. Molecular mass of hydrogen is 2.016. Molecular mass of chlorine is 71. Molecular mass of nitrogen is 28. Molecular mass of ammonia is 17. Gram molecular mass is taken in gram. CO2 44 gram. Methane 16 gram. SO2 64 gram. These are the molecular masses of different gases. It means 2.016 grams of hydrogen occupy 22.4 liter at STP, and 2.016 gram of hydrogen contains Avogadro number of hydrogen molecules. In other words, Avogadro number of hydrogen molecules mass is 2.016 gram. Similarly, 71 gram of chlorine occupy 22.4 liter at STP, or Avogadro number of chlorine molecule mass is 71 gram. Similarly, 28 grams of nitrogen occupy 22.4 liter at STP. In other words, Avogadro number of nitrogen molecule mass is equal to 28 gram. Means either the mass of Avogadro number of any gaseous substance gives its molar volume, which is equal to its molar mass. These are the molar masses of these gases, and these are the molar volume, and this is the number of molecules of the gaseous substance present in 1 mole of the gas. This is all about mole concept and stoichiometry. Calculation of empirical formula and molecular formula is clearly discussed in the previous videos, and calculation based on chemical reaction, that is stoichiometric calculation, is already discussed. In this way, this lesson is over. However, this lesson is very complicated and lengthy in your chemistry syllabus, but in this year, due to COVID-19, most of the portion of this lesson gets reduced, means removed from the syllabus, and only calculation based on vapor density, calculation based on empirical formula, molecular formula, and percentage composition is included in your syllabus. Calculation based on Avogadro law, calculation based on Gay-Lussac's law, calculation based on chemical reactions are removed from this lesson in this year. That's all. Thank you.